Oh my God, this is really sick because everything I see means something. You see, I'm preparing for the coming time, so I'm covering things up with with a dead person for the Jews. So I went to my mirror, I put a blanket over it, and I saw the cat behind the blanket. Oh my God, the cat behind the blanket? I didn't see him, but I saw the shape. So he was able to look into the mirror, the cat. The cat's of the 9 lives. So when he looks into the mirror behind the blanket, the cat, he sees a reflection of his 9 lives, and he only sees what he sees for himself. And you know, when a cat looks into the mirror, he don't have the ego because he's not the bee. So he can see himself clearly now. So when he looks into the mirror and he sees all the tails, he'll know it's wrong, and he'll know to revert, thus answering the question of all man will look at themselves clearly, as like the reflection in the mirror, to understand what tail they did and try and correct it, whether it's just corrected in their own mind or corrected with other people, it doesn't matter. As long as they understand the difference, they do not need to go into a jail, because the mind is the biggest jail of them all. Because every time you worry, you have anxiety. Angus, meat, wild and strong, good and juicy, blood runs free, and it is great to eat. The Black Angus, the Triple A, the better part of the Triple X. The Triple X of all files are the files you must care for, because when you open up a file that is a tale, please do not fall into the trap of the tale. Read the story as a story that is the truth of a tale, and no more. And we are done. Throw it away. Keep the book. Throw it away. Throw away the ideas they had that were false ideas for what they used in their book, but don't use it in your life, because it's only a history, and it's his book, which makes it his history that he wrote, that you read, that mixed up everything for man. Now man is all mixed up. And it took us to mix up again to get back, because in every single city we'd have mixed races. So it took a mix to make a mix to get back. So who said mixing things up couldn't make things better? Sometimes you mix things up. If you throw in things in there with direction to direct everything to go to the right place, you have a good business that sends the eggs to the package in the right sizes. When you get the egg in the right sizes, you buy the egg that is large. You like the larger of the egg. L-A-R-G-E-R, ger. So the larger you get, the more war there is. But to regulate it, you got to look at it differently, because the end of a large, okay, large, out large, war, is age. Or age in the word. And if you look too far, you won't go too far, because the first step is the easiest, and if you only look for the next step, it's easy to go. So sometimes you got to take life one day at a time, and that's why you have the story of 9 sixes before you get the rest on day 7, which makes everything perfect, where you get to sleep, and at the end of the day we all sleep. So the 6 before it makes the action, okay, because in order to get to the 9, we have to get to the 3, which takes us to the 6, and then we get to the 9. Then all is perfect. Sometimes one more is too much, it's 10. Then we go back to 0 like in Baccarat. So in Baccarat, 1 more on 9 is definitely no good. In this situation, 10 is no good. So you got 10 fingers. If you don't use them, they're all no good. Raphael, 7286. I didn't get that number from nowhere. I haven't even used 5281. I don't even know what the koala bear, money bear market, bear it all of the 3 sixes or the 3 aces of the Black Angus, of the greatest meat of all the Angus, angel, angel, and us. The angel and us is the Black Angus of the Triple A, of the Triple Aces, where the 4th ace is only God. So now we have 4 aces. Now if you want a royal flush, you have to bring the rest of the family into the story. Thus, which part of the royal flush are you? Because although I know everybody else's ways and colors, I do not know mine, except I was the black sheep of the family, and I was a joker. Therefore, my true colors must be the club, because I was out in the field and everything was okay until somebody minded my business. And everything went upside down, and the club never has any true power in any game he plays, and he's still black. And half the black men aren't taken seriously, so I must be a black man. You look at my skin, it's white, but don't judge a man by its color. Don't judge anything by its color. And I got a big nose. It doesn't mean I know everything, but I know more than you. And I know that the big nose is the nose, and I know. And I have to know the one thing is the quiz, and the quiz knows. And that's the reason for the submarine, because it's the travel of the quiz that the mind wants to know. So they created a submarine, and then they sold it 12 inches, because the 12-inch sub, because all the aces are up in heaven. Therefore, you got 48, 4 times 12, and you can't have more, because the angel is an ace, and all the aces are in heaven. So I'm a club. I'm the ace of clubs in heaven. I'm the jack of clubs on earth, according to what I understand. Although I could be the jack of diamonds because I was hardened, or I can be the jack of hearts just because I'm so cool. Or I can be the spade because everybody picks me, and I can pick them back. But the spade is very serious, and I'm pretty serious, but I'm serious wearing a different jacket. And I wear the jacket of the club because it got 3 hearts, and I got more heart than anybody. And that's why the club is the best place for the man of God and the man of man to go. Because the club has 3 hearts, and when you go to Montreal to put together the Montreal sign, it takes 4 hearts. Montreal's got no heart, but the Mont, or M-O-N-T, means mountain, or M-O-N means mine, tree for the tree of life, or the T of the standing point for the directive, tree. And Real, R-E-A, is reality, Montreal, there you know, Quebec, Montreal, 4 fleur-de-lis, make 4 birds, make the man a life. Now you know the whole story. So the 4 birds, the 4 free birds, are the way I ran my life, to let myself free, to let my angel free, to roam as he wishes on this planet. And I'm guiding him. So the guiders that you see as the tallest is actually guiding the angel in heaven by the fingertip uses of man. If he uses the fingers right, the angel can fly wherever he wants. Thus he can get his wings on earth and fly in the air with the birds, with the golden eagle for the golden age of time that is upon us, that one man knows, that tells the story to all, because the one man tells all, because he likes all the story and he likes all the men. Thus he'll gain his 4th heart. And the 4th heart is the 4th ace. And the ace of spades is always serious. It picks. And in French, c'est un pique. But it doesn't bother me at all, as long as I know he's there and what he's all about. So when I beat him, it feels even sweeter that the poor man who said nothing be the man who picks at everybody, or the men who are hard like the diamonds, or everybody with a heart that has no heart at all. So you see, it all works out that whatever you give anybody, it's not true. The heart's got no heart. The guy with a heart's got no heart. The guy with a diamond is hard. But he don't know diamond. Diamond is day of man. Diamond, man is not the day of man. There's only one man of the day of man. The spade, the heart, and the club. You join the club, you go to the club, you find a few people. If the barman's there, you got 1 person, you got the owner, you got yourself, you got 3 clubs. Each one's got a heart, 3 hearts. That's enough. I mean, who says you need all 5? You remember the 5 that makes the first part of life and the 5 that makes the other part of life? And the 7 cards you get in Hold'em poker or No Limit poker? The 7 cards, the 5 cards are the first part of life, and the 2 cards you get in your hand to make up the difference of the trial of life, to understand how you got there by the numbers. Use all the numbers right, put them in the right order. What do you got? A combination to the lock. The lock you need to get back to your angel, to carry your soul with your story. As the 9 men went to the plate and batted, only one received everything well, because they cancelled the 2 strikes. They gave him the 4 balls, and he received a free pass. Therefore, we are due for a vacation. So when December 21st comes about, I'm due for 2 weeks of vacation, which is 10 days and 2 days. That would be January 5th, would be the new year. Instead of it being the 1st, it would be the 5th, because I'm on vacation. But if I came back after 2 complete work weeks, I'd come back on the 1st. But who says I want to come back on the 1st this time? Maybe we'll start everything off at the 5th of the month. It was already confusing at the first point. 1 is not always good. So let's start at 5. Because 6 5s are 30. And you know what we got with 3 and 2 in baseball, 3 balls and 2 strikes, we had no decision. 6 5s are 30, 7 5s are 35, 3 5s, 15, 3, 5, life, Trinity, angel, man, God, angel, spirit, the gas of all life, what man has been waiting for, the oil of everything. The richest rich of all the oil is the gold, the blackest with no stink, and that sticks so bad you can't get it off from any sort of life. That's what it's all about. Let us start on day 5. In fact, since it is day 5 when I come back from vacation, let me relax a little bit. And let's call the next time around for man to start at the point of day 6, because it took the perfect man to find the reasons for every reason why day 6 never ended. So it took 9 tries for the men he sent to the plate. So thus, in the next life, we'll call this world 6, or sex, because sex is fun. So when we come back, let's just come back to the sex and have a good time. Just go back home, because we know how to get there now, because we practice the rules, and practice makes perfect. And when you're perfect, you can do anything you want, because you know the rules, and you won't forget them, because that's what got you there. So that's what gets you around and around. Round and around, we come back. And based on all the rules, once you know the rules and do them right, you come back to the beginning and try it again. That's why it doesn't matter if there's a winner in the game, because we are, N-E-R, no winner at all. Thus, 11 minutes and 11 seconds come. Man stands.